Hello students, this is a question related to parallelogram law of forces. It's a numerical question, you can see. The question is the resultant of the two forces when they act at an angle of 60 degree is 14 Newton. If the same forces are acting at right angles, the resultant is root r of 136 Newton. We have to determine what is the magnitude of the two forces. So let us solve here. There are two cases we can see over here. What is the first case? The first case is the given data. So let us write here the given data. In the first case, the resultant of the two forces when they act at an angle of 60 degree is 14 Newton. So here the given data is, here first is your resultant. So the what is the resultant? The resultant here we can take it as R1. So R1 is 14 Newton. And the angle between the two forces is 60 degree as it is given to you. So we can take that theta is your 60 degree. So this is the first case. Now coming to the second case, the same force. Okay, the same force when the angle between the two forces is right angles. Right angles, then the resultant is root r of 136 Newton that is given to you. So here in the second case, the resultant, let us take it as R2, which is root r of 136 Newton. Okay. So what is theta here? So the same forces are acting at right angles. So the theta is 90 degree. Clear? So these are the two cases. So we have to find out what are the individual forces. For example, let us take the individual forces as F1 and F2. So let us find out what is F1 and F2. Okay. So let us evaluate the first case initially, then we'll go to the second case. So as given in the first case, we know the formula for resultant as per parallelogram law of forces. It is R is equal to root r of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. Okay, as here we have taken resultant as R1 for case 1, so let us take it as this as R1. Similarly for case 2, it will be R2 is equal to, because the forces are same, so we will take F1 square here also, so F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. But here in this first case theta is 60 degree and in the second case theta will be 90 degree as given in the question. So here when we substitute in case 1, R1 is given as 14 Newton. As you can see here, R1 is 14 Newton. So 14 is equal to, okay, so F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos 60 degree. Similarly for R2, it is F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos 90. And you know the value of cos 60, that is 1 by 2, and cos 90 is 1. Okay, so let us solve here. So taking square both the sides, so root over gets cancelled. So 14 square is equal to F1 square plus F2 square, clear, plus 2F1 F2, the value of cos 60 is 1 by 2. So this gets cancelled. So finally we'll get the equation 14 square is 196 is equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus F1 F2. So let us take this as equation 1. Okay. So similarly for case 2. For case 2 here, so what is the value of cos 90? So we know the value of cos 90. Here final equation will be R2. The value of R2 is root r of 136 is equal to root over of f1 square plus f2 square plus 2f1 f2, sorry, the value of cos 90 is 0. So root gets cancelled on both the sides. So final equation will be 136 is equal to f1 square plus f2 square. So let us take this as equation 2. So we have two equations you can see over here. For case 1 we got the equation, this equation, and for case 2 this is the equation. Now what we will do is we will substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Okay. So the equation 2 is f1 square plus f2 square is equal to 36. That we will substitute here. Okay. So when we substitute, 196 is equal to f1 square plus f2 square. What is the value here? The value is 136. Okay. (136) plus f1 f2. Okay. So finally we'll get f1 f2 is equal to 196 minus 136, that comes around 60. Okay. So this is the equation, we are getting it. Now this equation, that is, let us take as equation 3. This equation let us multiply by 2 on both the sides. Okay. So multiply 2, multiply by 2 on both sides. So when you multiply by 2, we are getting as 2f1 f2 is equal to 2 into 60, that is 120. Okay. So this, let us take it as equation 4. Now what we do is add equation 3. Okay, sorry. What you have to do is we have to add equation 4 and equation 2. Clear? So why we are doing this? Equation 4, you can see it is the 2f1 f2 is equal to 120, this equation, and equation 2 is f1 square plus f2 square is equal to 136. If you add these two, we'll get in the format of a plus b whole square. Okay. So this is one equation. Let us solve it here. This is on equation 4 and equation 2. You can see it is there in the same frame. So here, after adding these two equations, let us add, that is 136 here plus 120 is equal to f1 square plus f2 square plus 2f1 f2. I hope why here we have multiplied by 2 on both the sides. I think now you have understood. So what is f1 square plus f2 square plus 2f1 f2? This is nothing but f1 plus f2 whole square, which is equal to 256. Clear? 256, 136 plus 120. So this is nothing but f1 plus f2 whole square is equal to 256 is nothing but 16 square. Okay, so square gets cancelled. So we get here f1 plus f2 is equal to 16. Okay, so this is one equation you are getting, f1 plus f2 is equal to 16. Clear? So from here f1 plus f2 is equal to 16. What we do here is, let us solve this. What is f1? So f1 will be 16 minus f2. Okay. Now let us substitute this same value in equation 3. Clear? So what is equation 3? That is f1 f2 is equal to 60. Okay. So we'll substitute this value of f1 in equation 3. Substitute the value of f1 in 3. So when we substitute, we'll solve it here. This is equation 3. Okay. So the equation 3 is f1 f2 is equal to 60. What is f1 here? 16 minus f2. Okay. That is f1 into f2 is equal to 60. So what do we get here? 16 f2 minus f2 square is equal to 60. Okay. Let me try to solve over here. Let me try to convert it into a quadratic equation. Okay. So that is f2 square minus 16 f2 plus 60 is equal to 0. Okay. So this is your equation 5. Now with the help of a scientific calculator, we are going to solve this and we are going to get the value. When you put this, okay, so in the scientific calculator, so when we put this, we are getting the value. Okay. Let me show you. So here you can see I have taken this quadratic formula calculator. So here we can see. So it is in this format, you can see ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So what is the value of a? That is, here x square is considered as f2 square. The value of a is 1. And what is the value of b? Value of b is minus 16. And the value of c is 60. So when I put these values here, or when you put it in the calculator, clear, we get the values. We get the, what values you are going to get? We are getting the values as f2. F2 is equal to, okay, f2 is equal to 10, and the other value, we will get two values. F2 is equal to 10 and 6. So if you take F2 as a 10 Newton, okay, so what will be F1? You can put the value of F2, you can take the value of F2 as a 10 Newton, or you can take the value of F2 as 6 Newtons. If you take the value of F2 as a 10 Newtons, okay, then you substitute the value of F2 in any of the equation. If you want to put here, you can put it. F1 is equal to 16 minus F2. So what is 16 minus F2 is 16 minus 10 is 6 Newton. If you take the value of F2 as 6 Newton, F1 you will get 10 newtons. So this is your answer. I hope you have understood this problem, how to solve it. Okay. Thank you.